Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another episode of the Mindful Muslim podcast, where we are joined by the amazing and knowledgeable Dr. Samanik. How are you doing? Welcome to the UK, and thank you so much for collaborating with us as we are trying to tackle religious OCD for our theme this year. So, without further ado, I'll let you introduce yourself for our viewers.
Sure. No, I mean, first of all, thank you for the invitation. It's definitely an honor, and also being in the UK for my second time, but this time I'm really getting an opportunity to sort of interact with the community. And it's kind of amazing how this came together when you guys had the theme aligned for your work that you want to focus on around religious OCD. And right at the same time, when we're working on similar things, and we just released the book. So that it's kind of, divine alignment. So,
we came across your book actually and decided we absolutely have to reach out, because this is an area that we have seen growing in the last couple of years. And our statistics show that as well. So we definitely thought this is an area that we want to work with. And you are part of the Khalil Center. So you're going to tell us a bit more about the Khalil Center.
Absolutely. Yes, Khalil Center started off in 2010. I'm the founder and executive director of Khalil Center. And so, the initial idea was that we recognized that, American Muslims and Muslims in Western countries, and even and many parts of the world, even including the Muslim world where I work currently as well, we find that they're less or more reluctant to seek out mental health care than other populations. And one of the things that we noticed is that part of the reason why they're reluctant is because many Muslims want mental health care delivered through an Islamically integrated perspective. They want spirituality. They want religion to be an important part of the treatment process. And so they actually are looking for individuals who possess those competencies. And because it wasn't widely available, we had to sort of divide between professionals, Muslim professionals, or just professionals who are not Muslim. And in the US, we would often see them moving more towards imams and they would more from mental health professionals, despite the fact that they're dealing with mental health issues, not necessarily spiritual issues.
Just bringing their phone up in the middle of the night and I'm going through this,
or just continuously showing up at their office. And, and of course, imams are not necessarily trained to do this, and it's not very expertise, nor do many communities or offices get set up that way, with some exceptions. Certainly some imams may have got kind of experience on the job doing it for a long time, have gotten pretty good at it, but there's really nothing that prepares imams to deal with mental health conditions, particularly because I've, gone through religious training, Islamic studies, to be a part of this curriculum and be on the receiving end of Islamic studies curriculums as well, to know that this does not exist in our religious studies curriculums. And so that kind of got me thinking about this need to sort of bridge these two worlds. And despite the fact that we may not necessarily cover it in Islamic studies curriculums, because obviously you can only cover so much and there's a focused sort of objective, I came across so much literature, right, in Islamic tradition around mental health, psychology, and treatment and whatnot. And so that inspired me to want to want to make this bridge more and more a reality. And so that culminated eventually in the formation of Will Center, where I just started to offer this kind of on my own. And then I was shortly dealing with my friends and colleagues. And SubhanAllah, it's grown to become the largest provider of mental health services in North America, with over 50 practitioners, over 90 staff, with 5 different offices, and then even international work, because, Istanbul currently teaching in the program and working with students there, as well as now recently as well, a kind of a recent development, also consulting for the development of a similar program, a graduate program in Islamically integrated psychology at MOPA at Harvard University. So you can kind of see it's really taken off a lot more quickly than I would have imagined, but it really does speak to 13 years ago when we're looking at the quote-unquote stigma get people to want to come, but that we realize that you provide treatment in a way that really speaks to a need, like you speak to the barrier, and you lift that barrier through a facilitator like spirituality integrated mental health. You see that the floodgates kind of just opened up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So panelists, Arnold, like you're doing amazing work. Are any plans to come to the UK?
Yeah, well, certainly I'm open to coming. I enjoy the UK myself, our communities, wonderful. So we'll see wherever almost kind of takes us.
But moving a bit onto religious OCD, so there's a lot of confusion about what it is